Let me tell you something about PSG that most people are sleeping on. Everyone is still talking about Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, the Galactico era, the era of ego, drama, and early Champions League exits. But while the world was busy mourning that chapter, Luis Enrique quietly built something nobody saw coming. The current PSG squad, no superstars, no household names dominating headlines, is playing most impressive football in this club's entire history. And they're in the Champions League semifinals. Again. So what exactly is going on at Parc des Princes? Because when you watch them, it looks almost chaotic. Players everywhere. Fullbacks in the box. Attackers dropping into midfield. Nobody seems to be playing their actual position. But here's the thing, that chaos, it's engineered. Luis Enrique said it himself this month. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, that his dream is to have 20 players who can play everywhere. Not 11, 20. And that one quote tells you everything you need to know about how this man thinks about football. So let me break this down for you. PSG operate on a system of what you could call floaters and anchors. Stay with me here, because this is where it gets interesting. The anchors are the players holding the shape. The two center backs, they don't move. They stay put. That's non-negotiable. Then you got players occupying the wide touchline positions on both sides, and one striker stretching the opposition's backline. Those spots must always be filled. Not by the same person, just filled. The floaters? Those are the players in the middle of the pitch. No fixed position. No strict instructions. Just technical quality and football intelligence doing its thing in tight spaces. Now here's how the rotations actually work in practice. Take Kvaratskhelia on the left wing. When he drifts inside, which he loves to do, left back Nuno Mendes slides out to cover that wide space. Nobody told him to do it in that moment. It's built into the system. Zone replaced. Balance maintained. On the right side, Hakimi reads whether the winger is staying wide or cutting inside. Winger goes inside. Hakimi fills the flank. Winger stays wide. Hakimi attacks centrally, picks the ball up in midfield, or pushes up as an extra forward. This is how a fullback ends up tapping in a Champions League final goal from 7 yards out. And it doesn't look like a fluke when you understand the system. But the player who makes all of this terrifying? Ousmane Dembele. While everyone else is following their reference points and making calculated decisions, Dembele is the only player with truly unlimited freedom. He goes wherever he feels. And when a player that good, with both feet, with the ability to drive and shoot and create, when that player has no fixed position, defenders are in absolute hell. Because the moment he moves somewhere unexpected, PSG's other players react. Wingers cut inside. Midfielders push forward. Fullbacks arrive late into the box. And suddenly you got bodies arriving from angles the opposition never tracked. That's where the goals come from. Now, can this work in the Premier League? Genuinely good question. The trend in world football right now is aggressive man-to-man defending. Guardiola preaches it. Arteta has built Arsenal's entire identity around it. And in theory, man marking should disrupt a system that relies on movement and zone occupation. But here's the problem for those defenders. When PSG players keep rotating, keep pulling you across the pitch, eventually you either follow and leave a gap, or you drop off and give them freedom. There's no clean answer. The only way to neutralize it is quality. Which brings us back full circle to Enrique's dream of 20 players who can all play everywhere. Because if any player can drop in and maintain the same level, the opposition can't exploit the rotation. PSG have another advantage most clubs don't. They are so far ahead of everyone in League One that they can rotate their squad constantly in the league. Nuno Mendes, for example, has only played 46% of PSG's total league minutes this season. That means he arrives at Champions League knockout stages fresh, physically ready to make those lung-busting runs from his own half to the opposition box and back, repeatedly. Arsenal, facing Atletico Madrid in the other semi-final, don't have that same luxury. So where does this leave us? What Luis Enrique has built at PSG isn't just a tactical system. It's a footballing philosophy, one that demands intelligence, fitness, chemistry, and genuine versatility from every single player on the pitch. And right now, in this current form, PSG might just be one of the most exciting and difficult teams to play against in the history of this sport. Bayern Munich are up next. Tuesday, first leg. And honestly, I feel sorry for them.